Well, hi everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. So, we're kicking off episode 2 with a run through the High Wall of Lothric. Now, this area is well, it's kind of an interesting one indeed. You will warp to it and you think, wait, I'm here? No bonfire? What? That's a bit strange, right? But they did that for this, I would say cinematic purpose of you walking out here, getting this reveal of the High Wall of Lothric and the castles behind it, and the bonfire is just down here. So yeah, now I have developed a pretty efficient route throughout this area here, and this is the one that we will take. So what I do first, always, always take out this crossbow guy here, because he can hunt you if you don't do it. You will see that later on, I will point it out to you. For now, just keep in mind what you're doing. So, I'm running here like a maniac to kill this lantern guy over here. Now, why do I do that? It's simple. See those guys here praying on the floor, being passive? Well, if you don't kill him, he will aggro every single one of them and they will swarm at you, which can get you killed pretty fast, because you don't have a lot of health. So yeah, just an easy way to avoid that. Kill the lantern guy, always prioritize the lantern guys. So, for transparency, what happened? I made a big mistake. This isn't actually the same character that we started with. Yeah, so I made a big mistake. I didn't hit record when I went for my run through here. I killed the boss and lit the bonfire, and suddenly it was like, oh no, I didn't record at all. I'm such an idiot. So yeah, what have I done? Have I done? I just replayed up until this point. Well, it wasn't really that bad, like 15 to 20 minutes, right? So yeah, I invested the stats in the same way, bought the same item, the white sign soapstone, and yeah, so here we are. Now, we just picked up the binoculars, which are a fantastic tool if you come across a view that you want to inspect a little bit further. So you get this nice first person view. You can disable the HUD if you want to get more out of it. You can zoom in, and yeah, look at this castle, man. So well done. I love it. I just love it. So yeah, that about concludes our journey for the binoculars, right? So let's continue. Now, to drop down here is the best thing you can do, because you will get the gold pine resin here, and as you can see, this is the lantern guy on the floor there, dead body. So we just made a little bit of a loop, which is the main theme of this episode, I guess. It's all a giant loop today, which isn't that bad. So we pick up some more fire bombs, which we will have a good use in the very near future. I promise you that. I will point it out to you. Yeah, let's continue. Now, there is a ladder there that you can take, but if you drop down to this little ledge, you actually don't take any fall damage. So yeah, just a neat thing to do, I guess. And here is another flashback to those of you that played Dark Souls 1. Little dragon flying in, breathing fire, blocking your path, make your life difficult, I guess. So yeah, just sprint up and open this door here, which make the guys de-aggro on the other side, which is absolutely perfect, because we don't want to chase us at this point. Yeah, because we have to deal with two tough enemies. Now, the first one is coming up right here. This is a Lothric Knight. Now, I did use my weapon art of the longsword to break his guard, and followed it up with a, let's call it visceral attack, like it was in Bloodborne, right? Or riposte, I guess, which is old school term, but the riposte only affects after you parried the guy. So parry, riposte, or just break his guard and visceral attack him. Now, as you saw there, I didn't drop down in the room where we just came from. There is a bit of a reason behind that. We will come back to this. But before we do that, I just wanted to make sure that I come up here, light the second bonfire of the area. I don't want to sit here. I don't want to respawn any of the enemies that we've just killed, especially the crossbow guy. So yeah, just let it, in case I do die, I will respawn at this bonfire over here. And yeah, so let's grab this item here. More fire bombs. Perfect, right? So I just remember to wait. Plunging attack on this guy, and there is another one in the room. Simple enough, lock on, deal 2 hits, and he's gone. So he dropped me some throwing knives, which is absolutely amazing. And you can drop down here as well, which I will do now. There is a greater hollow here with a... what is that? Is it a halberd or a great axe? I think it's a halberd, yeah. So what you can do with those guys is, when I just sit there, roll past their initial attack, they really have a long recovery time, and this door is locked. Don't get confused, we will be able to go through that door in the very near future. But we do need a key, which we don't have at the moment. So yeah, just keep in mind the door is there, and we will come back to it in another episode, I guess. So this guy always creeps up there, wants to ambush you. Those 2 guys weren't even hostile, but they can drop some stuff, which is why I do kill them anyway. And yeah, Titanite shards, perfect. So coming up is an enemy that isn't that... how do I say that? He can be a real pain if you don't have fire bombs. Or what you could have done is pick a fire gem as your starting gift, infuse your longsword or whatever weapon that you have with the fire gem, and yeah, wail on him, because fire does stun this guy. Now, I only kill them the first time that I come across them, because the first time you kill them, as I almost get killed by the camera angle here. Yeah, the first time you kill them, they have a guaranteed drop for an ember and a titanite shard. So 2 things that we definitely do want, as much as we can get early on in the game. As I get a little bit of a sip of my Estus, as you see. So coming up is the second crystal lizard, actually, if you consider that one at the Firelink Shrine as the first. Little tip, jumping attack flips them over, so you can have an easier second attack, and indeed always drops the raw gem, which is an amazing gem to have. You lose every scaling on the weapon, but the base damage will get higher, which in some cases is really a good choice if you are a caster build or a faith build or a pyro build even. So yeah, grab some more fire bombs, sip on our SS flask, and continue, right? So this rooftop is amazing. Now we get some more fire bombs here. In fact, black fire bombs, which are almost never ever to get, I think. I can't remember another drop place for them on top of my head, but yeah. So coming in here, make a little loop through here, yields you a titanite shard. You always want to pick that up. As I said early on, every titanite shard that you can get is worth a little detour or loop that you have to make. Now we did get something else. We did get some undead hunter charms. These are perfect, and if you throw them at an invader, they can't heal for I think 25 seconds. Which doesn't sound like much, right? But in PvP that is a heck of a lot of time. So yeah, we didn't get invaded so far. Usually I don't invade at this point of the game as well, because I don't want to ruin anyone that didn't level up anything and just wants to go through Lothric wall with yeah, the starting class without leveling. I did that quite a few times as well, and yeah. So this Lothric Knight here is a little bit tougher to beat, mainly because of the great shield and his spear. He can really... yeah. But once you figure them out a little bit, you are good to go. Alright, so coming up next is a little ambush here. If you know that he's there, he doesn't pose a threat, right? We do find another weapon here, the broadsword. which I don't know, I don't like the move set because I don't have a poke attack, which is the R2 attack of our longsword. Yeah, I don't know. I will demonstrate the broadsword moveset a little bit down the way when we return to Firelink, and we do get this. What is it called? Silver Eagle Knight? No, Kite Shield. Silver Eagle Kite Shield, something among these lines. If you don't have a 100% shield block with your starting class, this is the first shield you come across that does have 100% physical block. Now I did fail here with my fire bombs. Tried to free aim, but I suck at free aiming fire bombs. So yeah. Oh well, not that bad, right? Yeah, it's alright. There are exploding barrels down there, that's why I even bothered free aiming some fire bombs at them. Now I did aggro the Great Hollow there, and there are 2 more of those, I think. So if you can lure them one by one and take them on in a 1-by-1, you will have a better time than you would have when you just jump down and have 3 of these guys wailing at you. There are dogs as well, which can really mess you over. And this one just jumped into my poke, my R2, my beloved longsword R2. So I wanted this guy to aggro back on me, right? I want him to come up here, just so we have an easier time dealing with those guys. Now, as you can see, the recovery time of their attacks is pretty long, so that gives you a lot of time for getting some backstabs in. Or just two-handing your weapon and wail away on them, I guess. But as you saw there, this jump attack in particular, very long recovery time, and then I just two-hand my sword and start going in, because no poise at all on these guys, I guess. Now, we do get another Titanite shard here, and in fact there is 2 more items in here that are very, very important for us. First is another Estus shard right here, and down in this little pit, guarded by this dog, is a key. Now, this key is a cell key. It will unlock a gate for us very soon, and yeah, as you saw there, it opens the cell door where they kept thieves and the likes. So yeah, now I almost jumped down here, then I remembered, wait. So there is a little something that you want to pick up if you start, or if you're planning on making a faith build, and you want a valuable weapon early on that actually has a little bit of a faith component to it. You need 12 faith to even use it, but yeah. So coming up here and just drop off at the very end, bust through these barrels, and then you can drop down. You find this chest here with the Astora's straight sword. Yeah, straight sword. Astora's straight sword, which is an amazing sword for PvE. As I said, 12 faith needed, so if you don't plan to put any point in faith, just ignore that weapon, move on, and yeah. But it is there, and on my faith build, I actually did pick it up. We can pick up the rapier here, which is a great dex weapon, and throughout this little fountain here are 2 embers to pick up. Now, that winged knight does have potential drops of Titanite shards, but at this point of the game I'm not feeling like, oh man, I don't want to farm for Titanite shards on this guy. Just no, I just don't want to. And I don't need it, because you do get enough shards in the route that we are taking to get to +2. Well, if you do want to go to +3, then go ahead, farm him. I don't think it is very needed though, because you can defeat the boss of this area with a +2 weapon and don't have very much of a problem. So another little detour is coming up. That shiny sparkly over there. Make sure to jump at the ledge there, and we get a Ring of Sacrifice. Now this is a very handy tool for us, because if we ever get into a sticky situation where we have a lot of souls and we do want to safely recover them, we can just throw on this ring and take a death without losing those souls, which is absolutely perfect, right? Oh yeah. Now here a lot of enemies starts coming up this wall, and yeah, I seem to have a little bit of problems there, but in the end it went down well. I saw that I had no more Estes left, and I decided, you know what, I will activate the shortcut, which was the plan anyway. But I was thinking I will not take on the boss without sitting at a bonfire. Yeah, I want my Estes back, and here you get some more throwing knives. You can unlock the gate here from this side now, and this opens up the shortcut, which is a very, very good shortcut, actually. And as you saw there, just rolled through his attack and getting my backstab. Perfect, that's how you want to deal with these guys. And even get another backstab here. Absolutely perfect. Charge start 2 to finish things off, and yeah, picked up the soul item there. Now, do you remember the crossbow guy that we killed at the beginning? Yeah, he would be firing at us while we are dealing with those dogs here, and you don't want that, honestly. He will make your life a lot more difficult than it should be. And yeah, here I was just like, did I forgot something? Oh yeah, another halberd wielding Great Hollow. I completely forgot this guy. I don't know why. But yeah, he was posting up very well, so we did see him. And same thing with him. Roll through his attack, backstab him, two-hand your weapon, and kill him. That's actually the fastest way that I can think of without using any items to deal with him. So, remember those firebombs that I did pick up? They will come in handy, because here, when you kill this crossbow guy, aim a little bit to the left. Because if you do hit this guy on the right there, the one that just transforms, you will insta-kill him, and he will not transform. We do want him to transform though, because of the Estes shard. Yeah, wow, that would be a good drop. No, the Titanite shard and the Ember that he drops on the first time we do kill him. Now, I almost died here, it was so close. I don't know what I was thinking, really. Did I actually die? No, I think I was lucky and just finished him off here. Yeah, wow, that was a little bit too close for my liking, but yeah, even jumped for joy there just because we did it. And yeah, so there is a longbow here if I'm not too mistaken, and some arrows, which is pretty much it. So our loop through the High Wall of Lothric is almost done. All we have to do now is return back to the bonfire, rest at it, and see where we're going next, right? So I did leave out one area that yeah, when I told you guys that we could have jumped down and we didn't, that's what's coming up now. So we are warping to the second bonfire now. We don't need to worry about crossbow guy, okay, sorry, crossbow guy anymore. Yeah, wow. Okay, let's continue. We're coming back down here. I always take this slow because this Lothric knight there, he tends to come back, and then yeah, he can pose a real threat while you're dealing with those hollowed thieves down here. And the thieves should give you an indicator why the cell key, which they were holding thieves, could be a thing to pick up, right? So, jumping down here, I rolled. Bad habit. It negates the fall damage. Yes, a little bit. But the timing on that roll was so off that Halberd guy here, he just got a free swing at us. And he didn't ask for it, but he took it. Oh man, he took it. Now here, make sure you are fast, because he chucks fire bombs, and all those barrels that you see there in the background, they will explode. Pick up the mail breaker here, a weapon that I never use. And I have never used it. So, the cell key opens up this gate and we meet our first NPC in the wild lands of the Lothric High Wall. It's Grey Rat. Grey Rat is a thief. Wow, what a surprise, right? So Grey Rat is a NPC that you can not summon anyway, at least not that I know about it, but he becomes a merchant at Firelink Shrine, he will go out and pillage other areas of the game and return with better goods, or he will not return and die. That is something that can happen and that has happened to me. But he's, as you can see here, he is asking for a favor. Please bring this ring to Loretta, a friend of him, and that is pretty interesting to me because he is a thief, right? Why does he care?
What do you say then?
I don't know.
Very well.
And surely I will grant him his request, because the ring that he's giving to us now is equipable for the amount of time that the quest is running and even beyond, if you do like to. But yeah, so he tells us where Loretta is, and he gives us the blue tearstone ring. Now this ring, I just put it on because why not? We have 3 open ring slots and no rings to equip that we want, so yeah. This ring, as soon as you drop on low HP, this ring will boost your damage, not your damage, well, your damage reduction, the damage you take. He will boost your defense, that's the word I was looking for. Jeez. So yeah, on our way out here we will grab some more throwing knives, if I'm not too mistaken. Yep, more throwing knives there, which is perfect. We will have a use for them in the next episode when we tackle the next area. So, all that is left to do is tackling the boss, right? Wait, did I forget something? I was thinking here, I really was thinking, did I forget something? And I sure did, but first we will go back to good old Firelink Shrine. Here we go. Back in Firelink, Grey Rat will be here. Now I just checked in on our buddy here, but he didn't have a new dialogue at all. Handmaiden, well, we didn't pick up anything, so I don't know why I was checking her inventory here. Yeah, we did see a key there which costs 20,000 souls. Interesting key, important key as well, at least for us. Yeah, but 20k souls, whew, that's pricey, right? And I do have a plan to acquire those, maybe 2 episodes ahead or something like that. And yeah, I was just going through Grey Rat's stock here. He does sell some interesting things. We will come back to him and pick up some stuff. Now here's the hard leather set, which is one of the starting sets from Dark Souls 1. So I was just looking at it thinking, should I pick it up? But then I decided against it. Yeah, really no particular reason for us to pick it up, right? Just for fashion, and we are not at the point where we have souls to spend for fashion, right? So I did just sell this broken straight sword hilt, whatever it was, for like 3 souls. Well, whatever, right? Oh yeah, that's right, here is where I did equip the broadsword. I didn't know what the R2 attack is, and it's this one right here. It is a cool attack, don't get me wrong, but I really don't see the use of it. I also went ahead, picked up the rapier, did a little bit of testing of the moveset with that. You can hide behind your shield and poke, which is disgusting in PvP, but I'm not really that guy, right? So I go back to my longsword. Then I was thinking again, wait, didn't I forget something? I had to pick up something, didn't I? I sure did. Well, here you see that we could go ahead and infuse our longsword with the raw gem, which I didn't do. I decided to put the longsword to +2. That should give me enough damage for the boss fight ahead. Yeah, it is actually enough to deal with the boss. But yeah, again, lost my thought there. I was like, wait, there's one more thing to do with Andre over here. I did pick up another Estus shard, and I didn't give him the one from the top of Firelink on the display, or the time that I do had to invest to replay. I did pick it up, but didn't give it to him. So yeah, what was I doing here? Leveling up a bit more, that's right, I did put another point into endurance and one or two into vigor to get a little bit more health and stamina, just to be a bit on the safe side, I guess. So yeah, we will warp back to the first bonfire of the High Wall of Lothric, because we did, in fact, unlock the shortcut. So we don't need to deal with Crossbow Guy this time. I'll just ignore him and take a little drop down here. Roll, drop, roll again. No damage taken at all, and just take the elevator down. Now, this shortcut is amazing. If you look at it on like how much time it does save you, yeah, you are basically just writing this thing down, go to the boss, done. And here yeah, most of the time I miss this, but there are some green blossoms lying around there, which fastens up your stamina recovery. But for the most part, I simply don't need them. It's nice to have them if you get frostbitten or have to deal with something else, but yeah, this is an NPC summon actually. They give you this for dealing with the first boss, but that's not the purpose of why I summon him. Ahead of us are 4 Lothric knights. 2 of them are patrolling in the same place. So yeah, another target for them to hit? I will take it. So I did equip my throwing knives here, and mainly because I want to get the attention of one of them. But good old pal there, Albert, just charges in and goes ham sandwich on them. I can't believe how much damage he put up sometimes. He can stun lock them, so you can wayland them easily without much of consequences, and yeah. So, spear guy here, same deal. Just get some distance, let Albert do a bit of work, and sometimes just two-hand and wail on him. And he's constantly attacking. That's funny. So yeah, here's the third one. Or I should say the third normal Lothric Knight. Up ahead is a special one, and we will talk about him once we reach him. But here I was just touching his stuff, wow, I can't talk. Broke his guard. Albert did come in and ruined my visceral attack, but I don't bother too much. Here we pick up the Lucerne. This weapon is, I would say, one of the coolest halberds that there is, because it's the only halberd that does have some special things to it. But this Lothric Knight here, as you can see, he does have red glowing eyes, which means he will deal more damage. He does have more health, he takes less damage from you. So yeah, he is a big threat early on in the game, which is exactly why I summoned good old Albert there. And yeah, so I almost died here. If he would have hit me one more time, I would have been dead. So I zip on my Estus, recover my health that I've lost a little bit, and Albert did take care of it. We do get a refined gem for our troubles, which is awesome. We will have a use for that, maybe, I'm not sure. So, managing my tool belt, put on the black crystal to send him home. Bye, Albert. Thank you very much for your help. My pleasure, man. Good old pal, return. So coming up is Emma.
I am Emma, High Priestess.
The High Priestess of Lothric Castle. I will just play her dialogue. Let the dialogue speak for itself.
To their journey homes converging at the base of this castle.
Nah, I won't. I will just keep talking. So yeah, she's basically given us a direction. She will hand us over the Lothric banner, which will allow us to continue. There it is, the small Lothric banner. Yeah, guys, don't forget to talk to her a second time before you leave, because she gives you the first covenant that you can enter in this game. The Covenant of Blue, which is one of the covenants that I don't know, man. I don't know. So, if you equip the Way of Blue Covenant item, which I do right here because I don't have anything else, right? And yeah, basically what it does, if somebody is in the Blue Sentinel or the Dark Moon Blades Covenant, he can get auto-summoned into your world if you are getting invaded. Now this is very very hard to manage, because let's say I'm at level, I don't know, 20 right now, something among these lines, right? So I must get invaded by another guy that is around my level, around my weapon stats, or a +2 weapon, you know. +3 I think is also where he could get invaded. Yeah, I think +1, 2 and +3 opens up, right? So yeah, not only does he have to be around the same level, does have the valuable weapon to invade me, but he also have to be online at this particular time, right? And I'm blazing through here, so chances are slim that I do get invaded. So if somebody else is in the Blue Sentinels, he has to be that level as well. And you don't get access to the Blue Sentinels that soon. Most of the time people will level up by the time they achieve this. And as long as you're not just keeping on the way of the blue, which I don't think many people do, yeah, you can see the problem there, right? So I thought, hey, for the boss, why not just take a summon with us, right? Why not just enjoy a bit of cooperation? Now I was really hoping that Asambro would leave us his sign down here, which didn't happen. So I thought, hey, why not just summon a white phantom, enjoy a bit of cooperation the old school way, without a Warrior of Sunlight, without getting a Medal of Sunlight, which we don't need in this playthrough, because we don't have any needs for miracles. Well, thinking about it, the Sunlight Straight Sword is actually amazing, because its weapon art is a buff, but yeah, we don't need it for this playthrough. Our good old pal Maximus, which is how I named this character, actually. He is a knight, but he's well more. He's so much more than a knight. He is a swordsman, a real master of the art of swordsmanship. So yeah, we will keep up. We will take some weapons into consideration, some different weapons, some swords, some great swords eventually, and maybe even some ultra great swords. I don't know. I decided to put this as a quality build, which means we'll raise our strength and our dexterity to 40, both. The rest will go into endurance and vigor. And then we will see on which level we will end. Maybe around 100, I don't know, should be around there, or even higher. Maybe we will have to go to level 125 and take this guy into PvP, see if my description of Maximus and my skill in PvP, which is lacking, but yeah, it will improve, I'm sure. But if you can keep up to the title of a Swordmaster. As you can see, I did get frostbitten there. Frostbitten means your stamina recovery is slowed, so you can offset this with the green blossoms that we did pick up, which would be nice. I didn't think about it this time because frostbitten, it's not that bad, as you can see. We did defeat the boss here. Bowed for my phantom there to say thank you very much for the help. I do enjoy cooperation, guys, I really do. Usually I'm the one that gets summoned, because with my faith builds I always play as a Warrior of Sunlight, because they offer you the miracles. So yeah, now we did get the Soul of Wort with a little bit of lore on there, but we will talk about Wort another time, because he does have some other pals, some other Outrider Knights. And here we go into this field of view changing, absolute gorgeous view, to get picked up by some old friends from Dark Souls 1 if you played it. So we raised our banner here, and this is basically my thumbnail, right? So yeah, we raised our banner, And suddenly we get visited. Uh-oh. It's not only one of them, no, there's another one and another one. So 3 of those guys, they will pick us up and fly us down to the undead settlement, where we will continue in the next episode. Whew, the undead settlement, man, that will be interesting to say the least. Maybe I will split it up into 2 episodes, I'm not too sure about that. We will see. We will see. So, first things first is light up this bonfire, because I do want to be able to warp to here and not warp to Vort's, the bonfire of Vort, and yeah, get this cutscene again. So we're back in Firelink, and we will finish stuff off. We will finish stuff in here. But do we fire up some more levels? I think so. Yeah. More vigor, more HP, because we need it, right? Yes. Okay. There's not much more to do. Here are the stats so far. So yeah, managing my inventory there a little bit, firing off a couple of these little soul items that you have found to squeeze one more level out. And that's why they are nice to have. You have these little top-offs to, if you are lacking a little bit in the souls department, you can just pop some of those. I was just checking how many did I actually do need, and went ahead and sold some more, which is definitely faster than consuming them, although you can pump more soul items at once this time around, which is nice. So yeah, Vigor, 1 level up more, and yeah, this is it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care, bye.